with the same population as the UK. Look at me with my random facts. The chances of us running, unless we go to Nova Scotia, I think it was Nova Scotia, wasn't it? What was it? Halifax, Nova Scotia was where he was or something? We wouldn't have to worry about. Actually, I'd quite like to bump into it.
I know you would. Don't refund me, please. What do you mean? Don't refund you? Did you ask for a refund or something? On the ticket? Do you mean the live event? We love the facts. Oh, Judy, just unmute. I think that person's a good person. Like, I don't think they're a troll. But thank you for keeping us all safe. Said brainwash, is alive and well? I don't understand that.
What's that?
People are saying, somebody said brainwash, alive and well. But Karen and Wendy both had readings tonight. JC's had like a few readings booked 2 weeks ago. Oh, Natalia did. Oh, we don't care about what they say. Not at all.
Not really interested. I was just checking
Bored with that now.
To see if Mr. JK was live, but no. Sadly not, because we could have pulled that up and debunked everything he was saying.
Oh, Karen says, Natalia, Amanda, JK, or Fangirl said that. Got it. Cool. Well, Mr. Flintstone can go ahead and run away right now. So.
Flintstone.
Yes. Yes.
He could have really hurt if you hadn't already seen your babies in spirit. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I've got to be honest with you, right? He claims to be like a psychic medium or a well-versed psychic medium or... I don't know where he gets that knowledge from. Because it's not... I've worked with all kinds of mediums from all different kinds of backgrounds, right? Whether they're self-developed mediums or whether they've gone through like proper training, or you've gone through a governing body like me, like the Institute of Spiritualist Mediums, as part of your development. Or if you read any kind of spiritual books, right? Anyone with any sort of knowledge, right? Journey of souls, between death and life. There is nowhere other than in Jesse's head where babies don't make it into spirit. It's nowhere. It's like he says it just to get sadistic pleasure out of people. It's not true. It's not true. We do give free mini readings sometimes, yeah. It's just not true. Babies make it into spirit, and it just pains me every time I hear someone saying that. Like and he just throws it out there. Oh yeah, the mother stays with the energy stays with the mother, and blah 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 until he's talking utter bullshit.
Babe, you should pull up your video from Jessica that had a reading from him.
That's a good idea.
Do you have your other phone?
I think I do.
You should pull that up so you can have people see for themselves.
That's a really good idea, babe. Okay, look, I'll show you a video. So there's a video. I did a reading for someone. Thanks, babe. That's a great suggestion. I did a reading for someone who I'll just find the video. Did a reading for someone who their baby was born sleeping. A lovely lady called Jessica. Let me see if I can find it on here. Oh, hang on, I've got it here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there's another bad reading for Jesse King. Oh, it's here somewhere. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, here you go. This is a video about what really happens to babies in spirit.
Should have to go through.
I did this.
This is why people who haven't been trained to do readings shouldn't do readings. A fake medium can just give a bad reading, but Jesse takes it another stage further. What he does is he imparts harmful information onto people, whether that's his belief or otherwise. It's incorrect. he imparts information.
I'll show you. I did a reading for this lady. She'd lost her baby.
Because he loves the car. It's incredible, more than I ever could have.
She alerted me to the fact that
she lost a baby. A baby was born sleeping. So Jessie says, if a baby's feet never made it onto the earth plane, then the baby doesn't go into spirit, which is nonsense, right? Nonsense. This is a reading I did for a lady who'd had a reading with Jessie King. He told her that her baby, she'd lost a baby, born sleeping, told her baby hadn't made it into spirit, right? Can you imagine how hurtful, even if that was true, that'd be a horrible thing to say, but it's not. That makes it even worse. But to say that to someone who's lost their baby, she had to give birth to a baby that she knew had passed, and she's looking for some comfort. She commented on one of my videos and I went, right, that's it. I'm giving you a free reading. I need to right this wrong. So this is what happened.
Jessie King had given her some very upsetting information about her daughter. I decided to right that wrong and to prove to her daughter's soul had survived. It was an emotional roller coaster of a reading, but I proved to her, beyond any doubt, that what Jessie King had told her was completely untrue, and that her daughter was safely in spirit on the other side. I'll let Jessica tell you about this herself.
Hi guys, I just wanted to come on here and film this little video quickly. It's taken me hours to be able to film this because honestly I had the most amazing experience yesterday, but it completely overwhelmed me. I had a psychic reading with Dan from the Misfit medium, and honestly I would recommend it to anyone. It was absolutely incredible and more than I ever could have imagined. The reading started and he brought through Olivia, and I'm going to try and do this whole reading about this whole message about crying. But the things he told me, no one could have known apart from her, or like a relative that is in spirit. Like no one else would have known these things. He knew details about inside my home, which is, again isn't posted on TikTok. He knew details about my cars and the colour of my car. He knew Olivia told him that I had an orange car and that James was really attached to it, and he calls it the tiger car. And literally the only reason we didn't sell it a couple of weeks ago is because James asked us not to, because he loves the car. So we decided to keep it. He knew details about my husband being absolutely biscuit obsessed, and I mean like unhealthily biscuit obsessed. He will just literally devour packets of biscuits one after another. He knew about James's obsession with yogurts. Olivia also told Dan that this is one thing that no one would know. James has a game that's like a whack-a-mole, and that he plays it all the time, but it's little dinosaurs. And Olivia said that she really likes watching James play that game. He does, he plays it all the time. And then funny enough, after the reading, I picked him up from preschool, and the first thing he asked me was to play that game with him. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she said that she liked the decorations in the house and all the things I've done for her in the home. Sorry, this is really hard. She said that I need to not blame myself for what happened. And I do, I blame myself fully. I feel like my body failed her. And I'll always feel like that. But she said not to feel like that. There was some absolutely amazing things that were said that Dan wouldn't have known unless Olivia was there. He also said that she is with who we think was my great aunt, which is my mum's auntie and my nan's sister, because she looks exactly like me. And my mum, she died unfortunately just a few months before I was born, and my mum's always said that I remind her of my auntie. And yeah, that's who we believe has Olivia with my nan, which is really nice to know that she's being looked after. But yeah, it was absolutely incredible, and I fully would recommend it to anyone. There's things that there's no way he could have known unless she was there telling him these things. There's so much more. I'll do a whole video like in depth about everything that was said, but I just wanted to say to you how incredible it was.
So there you go, proof indeed. All that evidence that the soul of her daughter had survived. I was happy to tell her that. So the difference is a real medium, like me or like Jen, or like so many of others who've gone through proper training. We understand the responsibilities behind reading for someone who's lost someone. Passings happen in all ways, shapes and forms. Some are expected, some are unexpected. All are tragic. We help.
There you go. You get to see that disproves that video alone disproves that what Jesse King, everything that Jesse King says, when he tells you that your babies don't go into spirit, he's talking nonsense. If that was true, I would not have been able to connect with that baby in spirit. I would not have been able to bring her through. I would not be able to give the evidence. Miscarriages work exactly the same way. Miscarriages